Um, Hi there, welcome back to my full disclosure channel. I'm Danny Henderson, and today I am so excited to bring you some of the beautiful, talented, and very special vendors. These people here, some of these people, or all of the people on screen, and there'll be more on the 3 days, September 19th, 20th, and 21st. But these people bring the highest quality, in mine and others' opinions, the highest quality healing tools, modalities, products. I want you to see who's coming so that you can make plans to visit each and every vendor, so that you can take time to go lay down for those that lay down, for those that bring their healing hands, for those that bring their life patches, for those that bring their crowns, their copper crowns, and other. So we're going to go round. Everyone's going to introduce themselves to you and tell you about their products, if it's their first time being a vendor or their third time being a vendor. And we will go from there. Let us introduce Gaia. Hi, Gaia.
Hi, Danny and everyone. It's wonderful to be here. My name is Gaia Stepanian, and I am in South Carolina. I have practices that are international, and what I do is that I practice a modality called biomagnetism. We know that magnets have been used for thousands of years as a healing tool, and in using a telepathic type of kinesiology, we can then identify the germs, parasites, viruses, bacteria, yeast, toxins, chemicals, physical, emotional, mental, energetic, and help recalibrate the cells to bring them back to their normal, healthy state. And I'm also excited to be sharing my book, Beyond the White Coat, A Return to Earth's Medicine, with everyone at the conference, and also to be sharing therapeutic grade magnets so that people can use these. They are the absolute best, in my opinion, of course, in my experience, in my world, first aid kit, because we can use them to help with pain and from the most simple things to the most complex conditions to help restore our health and our well-being. So that's some of what I'm going to be doing at GSIC, and I'm very excited. This is my first time, so it's going to be really a wonderful new experience. Thank you for having me.
Good. I'm so excited, and it's lovely to have you, Gaia. So thank you for being here. All right, so we're going to move across to Jamie. How are you, Jamie?
I'm great. Also very excited to be here. This is my second GSIC. My first GSIC was in Orlando, and I got to come and assist Carol and Marlon at their tensor table. They graciously invited me to come do some kinesiology with them, and I spent 3 straight days muscle testing tensor tools and my EMF pendants, and it was so fun. We met the most amazing people. People came from all over the world to your show, and it was just fantastic. So this year I'm bringing my new Tesla water bottles that scalar charge water, my EMF pendants, and I'm going to be talking about the property dowsing work that I do.
I love it. Give us an idea of what are the people like? What were they like last year? What was the audience like?
So friendly, the most intelligent crowd, just loving. Everybody was making great connections with one another. Um, Really, really interesting people, well read, well traveled, and just there's just a buzz of excitement from everybody through the whole show that's I've never seen elsewhere.
I love it. It's so nice to hear. And it's right, you're right. It's true. We have the most intelligent, beautiful, expansive audience. They're just so ready to meet Soul Tribe and and get it all done, get it all dialed in. And it's a beautiful disclosure conference. As we know, we disclose ETs, ancient history, real life history that's been redacted from us. We have verified testimonies. We have people on stage who will absolutely blow your mind. But back to these beautiful vendors who are also blowing your mind. Hello to Carol and Merlin Peters. Well, welcome back, my darlings. How are you?
We're absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we're doing great. This is our third show, and obviously we love it. You guys are amazing. We love coming back, and we make copper products for all kind of things. But first, let me just say that of all the expos we do, we just find your community is so aware and so wanting to know more. and learn more because we spend a lot of time educating them. When we go to GSIC, it's like people already know and they just want to absorb. They have questions. It's just, I don't know, it's a wonderful community and we just love sharing that part of it.
Absolutely. And we'll be bringing our Super G once again. It's become one of our most popular products. It deflects hurricanes and tornadoes. And so a lot of people now in Florida are enjoying peace of mind and increased peace of mind and feel much more protected because they have Super Gs on their properties. And we also have some new tensor rings, tensor tools technologies. We have our new cosmic feedback loop. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's a very powerful tool. It has been amazing, that and the new AccuVac cosmic AccuVac coil. Both of these tools have been absolutely incredible at helping people to release all kinds of stuck energy, including entities. So we are just so grateful to be a part of your group once again, and we just thank you so much for all that you do and all the people that are going to be there. We just love to connect with your community. They're just beautiful, beautiful souls, and we look forward to seeing everybody in Charlotte.
That's wonderful. Thank you for saying all the right things, Carol. It's true, but it's also true, right? It's true. It is. It's
Yeah.
the best of the best. And you guys are so busy. There's always a massive line in front of your table. That's another reason why I want people to know that you're going to be there for 3 days. So they can pick a time, pick a slot, on a quieter period, maybe to come and see you guys and try out the many items that you have. Tell us a bit, Carol, about how the reflection or reflective lightning detractor happens.
The reflective lightning.
The storm repulsor. What do you call it?
Okay. Yeah.
And it's actually we like to refer to it as weather modification.
Right.
Would you like to jump in, babe?
Yeah, I'll just do a short one here, but we found out that it literally will divert like a tornado, one, two times, 3 times.
3 times.
We've had evidence of a tornado coming once we were in Pennsylvania to our town, and there was a huge red cell. And right before it got to our property, it split in two, went around us, and came back. Guy in South Dakota called me because the same thing happened to him. And we're in Morgantown, Pennsylvania, and the lady comes in with a photograph she took on the Weather Channel. And the weather guy says, "We can't explain it, but there's this protective umbrella over a portion of Morgantown that the tornado did not touch." And that's where we had the Super G set up at an expo.
Right.
So, and there's more stories than that.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot of testimonials that confirm this, and it's just been absolutely amazing. A lot of Doppler images that showed that these storms are being deflected from anywhere that the Super G is. And it seems the the energies of the storms just go away. So they go in another direction.
Yeah, and this is copper predominantly.
Absolutely, yes.
And,
And sacred geometry. Everything is based in sacred geometry. So the combination of the copper and its amazing healing benefits, plus the sacred geometry, you combine those two and the galactic frequency. I mean, you've got a powerhouse there, a powerful generator that is just emanating all types of energies, not to mention the pain relief and anxiety relief that a lot of people experience just by spending time in the Super G, and also spiritual connections. We've had a lot of people get back to us and share how many increased spiritual connections that they're having, downloads of all different types of things. So it's just, we're really excited. We're getting so much positive feedback from it.
And I might share, this isn't just us. We call in other energies, higher energies of love and light, to put their energies into these products so that whoever's using them and their clients will get the most possible benefit from it.
Plus, we infuse our love into it as well. So,
of course you do. Lovely too. I love it. I'll tell you what else I love about a GSIC is every single year There's more than one beautiful story of a couple falling in love. Every single year it's happened. Not to mention the many spacecraft that we literally call in. Right, guys? Those of you that have been, we bring literal physical spacecraft every single year. And I was checking in with you guys that do a lot of conferences, and it's not happening in other conferences. And I'm going to boldly claim that where a fleet of spacecraft fly directly over the little hotel, like in the vastness of the whole world. We say the day, the time, the location, and bish, bash, bosharoonie, there they are. Always flying around and showing off and blinking in and blinking off. And it's just amazing. It's amazing. Well, Carol and Merlin, it's really lovely to have you again. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Now moving across to Joanne Mendez. How are you, Joanne?
I'm good. I've got to say something about Marlon and Carol. I'm a biogeometry, I've taken advanced classes, and so I use all of their equipment all the time to correct the EMF. And the Super G in my backyard, I don't see chemtrails. If they even try, they melt down quickly. So that creates a field for several hundred miles. I think it even can connect as far as Stonehenge. So it's just like a node, but it's a powerful scalar field. And I will be introducing a sound therapy machine. And when you put your feet on it, you will create a powerful scalar field for all the chakras for about 12 feet. So I'm a family nurse practitioner, and I've been involved with the SIMA technology for 5 years now. I'll share a lot of testimonials, and they can put their feet on it. We'll give them a demonstration of what it's like to receive the sound therapy.
That's amazing. You mentioned like the copper rods, and remember Dr. Lee Merritt, she was the speaker last year at our Westminster, Colorado event, and she's known as the medical rebel. She was a woman, senior American president of the orthopedic naval surgeon, something very, very high end like that, basically for our beautiful, soldiers and spinal surgery. She's like a really, really big deal in that field. And she's created copper rods too that she's using. The vegetables are growing like crazy. I mean, it is amazing the
Right.
infusion of something so simple. And of course, there's many nefarious people that don't want this to come out. Too bad, so sad. So I think everybody should have copper in their garden, quite frankly, and
Yeah.
see what magic we can all make. So brilliant. So please continue, Joanne. You were saying about people put their feet into.
Yes, yeah. So the sound therapy device actually was created 50 years ago with Dr. Guy Manor out of the UK. And he was so successful, he found when he put 5 sound frequencies together, it would light up a part of the body. He called that a connotation. In his career, he came up with over 1,000 connotations. Before he retired, Mandara Cromwell took all the connotations and put it in the AMI 850. And the 20 channels have 850 of those connotations. We've done a lot of studies, and you can go to my website, which is joannemendez.com. You'll see articles and also some testimonials that have been done. You'll also see Mom's 10 Steps, information that I've learned over the 40 years as a nurse practitioner that are simple, that will get the body going into a clockwise rotation.
That's just incredible. And you're very passionate, Joanne, like everyone else. You're very passionate about what you do, aren't you?
Oh yes, I feel I met Mandara Cromwell during a biogeometry class in Fort Lauderdale, and after seeing the case studies that she presented, I was all in. There's nothing in medicine, and I've sold pacemakers and implantable defibrillators. I've worked at prisons. I've done healthcare. It's broken, and when I see what we're doing with sound, it's like using a feather. And in the past, we've been using a hammer.
Oh, what a beautiful analogy. Very, very powerful. You're so right. You're so right. Yeah. Yeah. So it's interesting that you say that too for many, many different reasons, because the system is completely broken and buckled and bruised. And there are so
Yeah.
many people literally trying to stand up under the weight of it. I can't believe how despicable American healthcare is on every level, and that people who are starving can barely pay their rent, never mind ever not having a mortgage, can barely eat their food, put gas in their car. Just
Yeah.
a quick, oh no, actually, I won't go there because it goes into politics and people are very, very touchy at the moment. But
Let me tell you one big problem we have in healthcare. Most people have a cavitation, and a cavitation is in the oral cavity, and you don't feel it. And if you don't see a biological dentist do a 3D cone, you're blind to it. And each tooth is like a circuit breaker. So a person with cancer of the breast, it's the stomach spleen meridian that covers the frontal lobe, the breast, and all endocrine systems, including the thyroid. If you can correct that inflammation, the body heals itself. And that's what we have found.
yeah, inflammation, chronic inflammation, and parasites. They seem to be the two biggest
Yeah.
elements of global, let's say, dis-ease in the body. Of course, as I said to you guys earlier, unfortunately, because big pharmacology owns BoobTube, this channel that we're all currently on, they shut down conversations about real things that could help
Yeah.
people. But that's why at GSIC, Galactic Spiritual Informers, I bring in people like you and I interview everybody, as you know. I have to meet you. I have to feel your heart. I have to make sure that you are truly in alignment with the greater good of humanity, or you can't be part of it. And you certainly couldn't blackmail me and pay me enough because I'm not made that way. And that's what we need in the world. You know, people like me with a big gob, people like you with passion to help heal and love everybody. And it's just absolutely beautiful. And Joanne, I love talking to you for many reasons, but also you're very smart, you're very clever, you're very grounded and together. And when someone like you said you were a former nurse practitioner, right?
I'm active.
You are, I beg your pardon, still
All
active.
right.
It's even more impressive. You bring such a lot to the table that arrests fears in people, and you're not pushing pharmacology, the broken system. You're giving
Yeah.
them the beautiful ways to assist themselves and their family, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely.
It's amazing. Now, at your station, at your vendor area where you're going to be in the beautiful Le Meridian Conference Center, are you going to have more than one station, one
We
person?
will have three AMIs, so there'll be three devices because, the people are so interested, and it's wonderful because they're connected, they're awake, they're paying attention, and they want to learn as much as they can. So it's a wonderful experience. I was in Colorado, and it was just a fabulous experience.
Amazing, amazing. So that's a great. So have you been to a GSIC before then? Don't remember now. Since so
Just Colorado was the first time.
so in September you were at a GSIC.
Yes.
Brilliant. I've again, bit of a blonde moment there. So we're just so happy to have you. I'm just so delighted. Honestly, I just can't stop smiling. It makes me so excited. And again, for everybody watching, there are more than these beloveds, but also we do still have some spaces for vendors. You just missed this part, which is a great part for if you're part of GSIC. We always bring the vendors, so you guys out there can make your plan, as I said, to know who's coming and to make a plan to see them. So let me just bump this phone call out of the way. And let us come across to Ingrid. Hello, Ingrid.
Hello.
How are you, darling?
I'm doing well today. Thank you.
Excellent.
Doing well.
Give us a rundown on who you are, what is your product, and have you been to a GSIC before, etc.
Okay, so I am a biofield tuner, and I will have my forks with me because I always travel with my forks. But what I am doing is sort of a living testimonial for a company that I don't work for. It's owned by a couple of really good friends of mine, and it is called Conscious Technologies, LLC. Um, they are not able to come with me because we're in the process of opening up a healing center, a 10-room healing center in Richmond, Rhode Island called the Awaken Wholeness Center. And we are right between, just it kind of falls right between our soft opening and our grand opening. And so everybody is really busy and can't come with me. but this will be my fourth GSIC as an attendee. And every year I am so sad that Ross and Heather are not there with the technology that they provide, because it's so amazing. It is so amazing. It uses the principles of information field theory to embed the information field with specific frequencies. And the way that it does that is with the frequency of light, the frequency of nested and layered geometry, and the frequency of sound. And so almost all of their technology is built with wood. You're looking at amazing wood, beautiful, beautiful sculptures. But you're also entering a field, and none of the technology does anything to people. They'll talk about it as training wheels, because what happens is the technology creates an information field that is full of coherence based on harmony and love. And when you enter the field that the technology is in, you naturally begin to relax. And it is when we are relaxed that we are our most divine co-creators of what we want to experience here in the world. And so that's what it does. We call them training wheels, because eventually, when you have gone through the experience, and this is my personal experience, this is why I can't talk enough about the technology. When you go through that experience enough times, you begin to remember how to do that. I believe you become a more powerful creator. The creation that you are working on comes more quickly. And people have reported, the testimonials from people about what they've reported after using the technology is absolutely amazing. So I will be bringing two pieces of technology with me. One of them is called a core harmonizer, and they are for homes and businesses, and they bring more love and harmony into a space. And the other piece of technology is called a Cohere meditation mat. And it's a mat that you lay on with a headset, to listen to frequencies. And then on that mat, people have reported releasing trauma and density. I know that when I'm on the mat, there are times when I'm literally vibrating to release, and the mat will help send what you're releasing to ground. And so those are the two pieces that I will be bringing with me, and I'm thrilled to be able to bring them this year. I'm so looking forward to GSIC, and I just want to say about the flyover. Um, they have been present at every GSIC, and when we've been in the courtyard, all of us have seen them, and many of us have taken photos, but it wasn't until Colorado that everybody's minds were blown. And if you have not seen flyovers, if you have not seen phenomena in the sky that is intelligently led by beautiful beings, come to GSIC and you will see them and you will feel them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's beautiful. No, and it's true. Every single GSIC we've ever had, and everyone, most people have seen, and some are shy to talk about it, because they don't want to be like, cuckoo, they're talking about UFOs and spacecraft. And I was like, yes, honey, that's what you get at a GSIC. If you want to know what's going on, the reality of our world, the fact that the beautiful Galactic Federation of World, military extraterrestrials that look just like all of us, they're not omnipresent spirits, they're not made up, they're physical humans like us, working hand in hand with the American and the British military. And we just had our last May 10th, 2025, just a few weeks ago in England. And again, we brought a massive fleet of spacecraft over, every single shape and size, cigar shape, plasma, scout ships, bigger ships. I mean, it was just incredible. And a very advanced TR-9. We believe it was a TR-9. I'm waiting on information of where that came out of, which airbase that came out of, because I don't know if you guys know, because I only put this out the other day. In fact, I don't even know if it's gone out yet. I can't remember. But when because obviously we live to prove the physical existence and the physical proof that the governments around the world are working hand in hand with good extraterrestrials. Of course, there's negative government and negative extraterrestrials, but we're kicking ass on the positive side. And when we proved that the British military are working with the Galactic Federation of Worlds, it turns out that soldiers from that Air Force base were given that night off. Oh, yes, they were. And all they were told, something big's going down. And the witness that I have, can't say her name, but she's the witness. I got her in a headlock. Like, give me the name of that embrace. Give me the name of the embrace. You know, I'm playing, but actually it's very, very, very true. And I can't wait. And again, I just beam so brightly because the planet, the humans, we deserve proof rather than just a story. Anyone can yappity yap, tell a story. But when you bring everything, when you truly show your hearts, when you align, when you honor and respect people, and you bring them, there's just nothing like it. So I'm just so beyond thrilled. Just want to come back to you for a moment, Ingrid, because the core harmonizer product that you're bringing, like when you enter the frequency of it, when it's switched on, it's actually working on Vogel crystal technology too, isn't it?
All of their technology has Vogel crystals in it. All of it does. Yeah. And so the core harmonizer, I have one in this room. But I describe it as a wooden R2D2. It's approximately that size and shape, although it's in a geometric shape. But when you look down into it, it's just beautiful. And there are so many photos of kids laying down around the core harmonizers, of animals, of cats sleeping on top of them, of animals just laying down around them. The very first time when Ross created one, we were the community was having a potluck and he didn't tell anybody that he was going to bring a core harmonizer. And he brought it into the back room and set it down. And I hadn't seen him in several months. And so when I got there, I was like, oh, hey, Ross. And he was like, oh, come in here, say hello. And he had a seat for me and I sat down and we were catching up. And I started talking and I was just like, what is this thing and why do I want to hug it? And he was like, can I quote you? And I said, absolutely. What is this? And he said, this is a core harmonizer. And I'm so tickled that you said it that way, because it just makes you feel warm and fuzzy. It just really, really, really relaxes you. And oftentimes when people come over, they don't want to leave. They want to hang out with the technology. They want to hang out around it. If I have a potluck, people are like, make sure it's on. If it's upstairs, can you bring it down here? And even though it doesn't have to be in the room and you don't have to hear it for it to be working, because it's utilizing sound, light, and geometry, you can turn off the sound. You don't have to hear the sound, which I like to say because I'm a sign language interpreter, and there are numerous deaf people who have been blown away by how powerful this is. I had one deaf woman who was like, "Oh, that's a hearing thing. It's music." And I said, "No, put your hands on it, sit with it for a few minutes, and then I'll give you a tour of the house." And she sat down with it a few minutes and she was like, this is really amazing. And I said, yeah. And when I brought her upstairs, up to the third floor, I have a turret up there. She said, can you hear that thing up here? And I said, no, you can't really even hear it in the next room. It's not a radio. It's not like a boom box. And she said, but I can feel it up here. And I said, yeah, I can too. I can feel it when I come home and I'm in the driveway. People who walk by my home frequently, they're always looking. They're always looking at my house. And I think it's because of the core harmonizer.
Wow, that's so special. I love it. I love the idea of every nursery school at nap time, for the babies when they have their rest and their nap, having one in the
Mhm.
middle of the room. That would be so beautiful. So many
Yeah.
beautiful reasons. And before I come to my final beautiful Cheryl there, I just want to say to everybody watching, You are welcome to apply to become a vendor and join these wonderful people. There are more already, but they're not here today because it's difficult getting everybody around the world together. But also that I never bring vendors on who are going to compete with each other because it's grossly unfair. And I don't know why other conferences will do that because obviously that's a nonsense. So you won't find the same products, guys, in multiple places at a Galactic Spiritual Informers Connection event, just so you know. So let's come to you, Cheryl Diamond. How are you, my lovely?
I am doing wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here with everybody, all these beautiful people, and to see all the vendors. So,
Mhm.
first, Danny, I want to really talk about the GSIC conference. This is our third one. I was so excited when you asked me to be there for the first one, and each one has progressively gotten bigger and larger, and the energy is so robust. It's amazing. And all your people there are very wide awake. You talk about awake people. They run to our table because they're so in tune to every single thing your vendors are all doing. Light, frequency, and sound. And then you add that the geometry aspect, and it's just like blows other vendors away. You have the most diverse and amazing vendors on the planet. When
Oh,
you it's awesome. And the people, you might run through really quick, but you always say hi. Oh, hey, Cheryl. Hey, Donna. You're all, you may be running through, but I want to run after you and just throw a patch on your back.
I know. It's like every year you'd like, Danny, stop by my table. I'm gonna patch you up, girl, with
Right.
with a LifeWave patch. Now let's tell everybody what this technology is that you're bringing.
Yes, yes. This is a David Schmidt, who is our creator and inventor, actually 20 years in the making. He is now, it's actually a technology company, and he works on light, frequency, and sound. It's the same thing that you guys are all doing, but he has created this teeny little patch, and this patch is hit with a frequency, and on the inside of this patch, I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. Inside is a crystallized structure, water, amino acids, salt, and sugar. And when he hits it in that frequency and the sound that you guys are talking about, it freezes in a lattice structure. So when that lattice structure hits you, it actually opens up a very specific peptide. It's called the GHK copper peptide. Now, what does that copper peptide do? It opens up your stem cells. It starts to activate every stem cell in your body. And it's over 40,000 genomes that it opens within 4 hours. So that GHK copper peptide, by the time you're 30, is zilch. It's hardly anything. By the time you're 60, you're done. And so when you put this patch on, this is the first company that they can actually tote reverse aging. It will literally start to rebuild you. Every 7 years, everything in you is brand new. All your organs, your heart, everything. And so when you now infuse it with stem cells that are just actively, they're self-diagnosing, by the way, they know where they need to go. And so they'll change the outcome of your health. And I'm telling you, it has been amazing for me. I've been on these patches for about 4 years now, and I just turned 70 this year. And my husband's like, you haven't stopped at all. I said, I feel like I'm 50. And if you do the testing, the organs, the blood pressure, everything, I'm a 50-year-old. Between 47 and 50, they said, what are you doing? And it's just these patches. Okay. He is God driven. And I love it, Danny, because he is source driven. He pulls down downloads and creates things for humanity. His goal is to have humanity being sovereign. And so if we are all free, this is just the first of his inventions. We are coming out in October, and I'm getting mine this week, the first ever light infused water. And so he was able to take the H2, pull it apart from the O, infuse light frequency in it, put the H2 back together. And when you drink your 8-ounce glass of water in the morning, you can feel the light going through your body. And it starts healing you from the inside out. Again, it's sentient, and he has 15 patents on it. And he used to work for the government, and he knew they were corrupt 20 years ago. And he says, I guarantee you, I'll never give anything to the government. My goal is to make you guys sovereign. And so he has free energy, free internet. He has all these things he's going to release over the next 7 years. So it is amazing, and they work great with all of you guys. When you leave any of your other modalities that you guys have to offer, those stem cells activate even more, we found out. Whether you're in Spooky 2 or a sound bed, those stem cells, man, they are revved up and ready to go. So I am just excited to not only see and hear and feel what you guys are all doing. I love Carol and Marlin's. I have copper things all around my home. I might have to get that crystal thing. You guys, I want to get everything and take it home. But I just love this conference. It's one of my all-time favorite places to be because it charges me up too.
That's
Absolutely.
wonderful. So
Right?
wonderful. Do you have any of the kind of insights that you could share right now as to how they make the 2O, the separation, and how that light infusion actually happens?
That's a really good question. We have a great video on it, but he actually takes it through a 3-step process of filtration first. After the filtration's all done, he hits it with a light and a frequency. The frequency separates it, the light is infused in it. So, and you're only supposed to drink 8 ounces a day. If you drink more, your body can't assimilate the light. So you drink one 8-ounce glass. It makes 16, but you only drink one 8-ounce glass. They're finding that, I mean, we probably can't tell most people this, but it has reversed stage 4 in 100 people.
Goodness gracious, that's
So it's when you infuse light into anything, and you guys all know that light is a powerful, powerful energy. And I saw a video of a guy from Sweden that infused light in the water, and it's like a wave, like you can touch it and see it and feel it. And I'm like, oh, I could see how David did this. He's so smart. And so I'm getting mine this week, and I can't wait. It's going to be cool.
Will you be bringing the water product to the conference?
Boy, I wish I could.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a thought, Danny.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. I might do that. My husband might kill me. Yeah, it might kill me, but it might be worth it. I didn't even think about that. I'll have to really seriously think about that. Yeah, but I'll have all my patches. I'll have we have Cellurize, which is another mineral based electrolyte product. You take that and even enhances everything even more. So, yeah, we have some really cool stuff. And I can't wait to get to G6. I'm going to drive this year, so it'll be cool.
Excellent.
And Danny, you guys look great. Your whole crew is amazing.
Yeah.
Jeff's amazing. You're so organized. It's disgusting. As much as you weren't organized today, your conference is totally organized.
That's so great. No, it's wonderful. There's a thing in life I learned a long time ago. You surround yourself with genius. This is how people create success, by surrounding themselves with genius, by recognizing what you're not good at and what you're good at. Focus on what you can make happen and bring in people to, hold the rest up, scaffold you up. And that's what we do at GSIC. And I couldn't be prouder of the team, and I couldn't be prouder of this year's speakers. They are all absolutely stellar. So as we know, this is to share with our beautiful audience that are coming to Galactic Spiritual Informers so they can see who you all are. A lot of them, the attendees are returners. This is what's happening all the time. People are coming to every single one. And this is going to be amazing. And also, guys, if you are planning to come to a GSIC, you got to come to this one, because next year we will not be in America. We will only be doing one in England next year. We will not be in America next year.
Wow.
I know. I did 2 this year. It's just so much. It's just so much. I'm just one person on my own doing this. I just so dearly want to bring disclosure across the entire world. But yeah, next year, unless a miracle happens, and you never know, it might, I never say never. But at the moment, we're only planning to do one in England next September. Again, so we keep sharing the love and bringing the craft and bringing the proof and bringing the information globally, because it is our time for disclosure, and you guys are very much a part of it, and working with the light and sound frequencies and copper and technologies. It is just absolutely mind-blowing. What we've done is we've gone back to the days of Tesla. We've gone back to the days of natural healing. Would anybody else like to share anything about themselves or their thoughts or what they're going to be doing over the 3 days?
A lot of healing. We love it because whenever people come to our booth, we take the time to use the tools, and we love being able to share uh, our hearts and our love with everybody that comes to our booth. And guaranteed, if you need a hug, come to our booth.
That's so good. And you're bringing your chair, you're bringing your copper pyramid, I'm assuming.
The Super G Galactic Janessa generator.
Oh, what did people experience in that?
All kinds of lovely things.
Yeah, really. I mean, the first time Jamie brought her dad there, Jamie, and he had neuropathy, burning and pain in his feet. He was and 15 minutes later, it was gone. Is that correct, Jamie?
I was just going to interrupt you and say I can give a testimonial because that's how we met. I brought my dad to your table and he sat in the Genesisphere and he looked at me wide-eyed, like he's like, my feet aren't hurting all of a sudden. He has very terrible neuropathy that he suffered for a very long time, and unfortunately, he can't live in the copper sphere. But that's how I got to go to Orlando with you and muscle test all your products. And I actually use most of Marlon and Carol's products with my clients. And I just had a big dowsing project on a property up in Cincinnati. And we installed two Super Gs as part of the dowsing project. And I was able to connect them to the Axis Mundi on the property and create a light column. And Marlon and Carol were there a couple days before I was, but when I got there, there were deer in the field around the Genesisphere every day. It was very beautiful to see. So yeah, I can attest to how powerful they are, and looking forward to seeing you guys. And
Yes, and
Yes.
all of you.
Thank you, Jamie.
And a big shout to Jeff Burr. You've got the right person. Jeff
Mhm.
is like totally right there for everyone all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He's
our tools are also great for animals. As Jamie attested, the deer love it. Well, our kitties hang out in our Super G almost daily. So
That's funny you say that too, because our patches, after you're done wearing them for 12 hours on and off, you put them on your pets. Because pets are high vibrational beings and
yeah,
their stem cells activate, and they've gotten rid of cataracts and hip pain and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, it's amazing how these frequencies all work, isn't it? So cool.
absolutely. And we want to give a shout out too to Joanne, because she somehow she found us probably 5 years ago, and she's been promoting our products as well, along with her AMI 750. Well, we have an AMI 750, and it has really helped Marlon because the work that he does is very physically challenging, and so the AMI really helps him to recover quickly by using that. So and we just also love, Jamie, she promotes our products too. And so we are so very blessed because we have so many beautiful people that are promoting our tools, and we've made some and divine connections all along the way. So we're just so grateful.
I love it. And there's more of you that also know each other and have met at a GSIC and kind of plan travel and come together, and knowing that you've got all complementary to each other, that things can work in unison without clashing. It's absolutely incredible. And there's every kind of budget, every kind of priced item there as well. Gaia, I want to come back to you for a moment. I know you're known as also the magnet lady. The magnets that you showed us briefly, the red magnets, how would one use that?
So our cells are actually tiny fractional little magnets, and we have magnetite in our pineal gland and in our heart. In our heart, we have more magnetism. That's why from a love space, we can really transform, right? More than even from our mind. So because our cells are nothing but negative, positive, and neutral charges, magnets can influence our cells, our field, our connection, our evolution. And from the most simple things, like if I were to put these magnets, both using the negative and positive polarity, on my pineal gland, on my pituitary gland, on my cerebellum, I can then help to reduce the fears in the reptilian type of brain and help open up and expand our faith and our intuition and our connection. And so depending on when I scan people both in person and remotely, when I scan them, I'm looking for the kind of where there's decalibration, where there's a loss of cellular function, where there's been intoxication or loads of pathogens. You were talking about parasites, and all of those things serve to then disconnect us and create disease and create harm and create inflammation. And so when we understand what's going on inside of us, then we can tackle it with more ease permanently so that we can really recover. I shared with you the story about my son. He had flown off his scooter. He broke 14 ribs in 16 different places. He had 3 hairline lumbar fractures. This happened last year. And I had, as a mother, the choice to go in person to be with him at the trauma center and try to put magnets on him, or stay still and apply them remotely. And I knew therapeutically that I would have a much more impact with him remotely than trying to battle the doctors and everything and trying to move him with so much pain. So I did. And within a month, he was back at the gym lifting weights. All of his ribs healed. Ribs can take months and months to heal. And this is the kind of impact that we can have using all of these wonderful technologies and magnets and frequencies and sound and light and all of these incredible things that we're going to be bringing to the table for people to really heal, but heal for good, so that we're not committed anymore to having to take medications and all that kind of stuff that really is just creating more harm and disease in the long run. So I'm excited to be able to share this with everyone.
That is so special. So special. So thank you guys again. So wonderful to see you all. I can't wait for you all to meet each other. Those of you that don't know, welcome back again to our beautiful returners. And it's just going to be the most incredible 3 days. So that's September the 19th, the 20th, the 21st of September 2025, Galactic Spiritual Informers Connection, simply the greatest disclosure conference on the world, in the world, and of the world. We bring every secret you could imagine. We reveal every thing that has been hidden from you by governments, by militaries, by things you can't even imagine that you need to know, not to mention our beautiful, fabulous, wonderful vendors here. And there will be more. And also, guys, if you do want to be a vendor with us this year, get your applications in soon. Get your applications in very soon. You will obviously miss out on this part coming on my channel, but depending on the tier that you buy, you can also be presenting on stage for, is it 3 minutes that we give you? I think it's 3 minutes if you buy the bigger tier, and you get sent to the audience, which is always, again, a very, very lovely thing. Yeah, 3 minutes. So brilliant. We lost a darling Merlin and Carol, they bounced off with one of their copper products. It's so exciting. Okay, brilliant, guys. Thank you so much. Lots of love to you, beautiful vendors, and to you guys out there. My name is Danny Henderson. just sending you so much love. If you can't physically come to a GSIC, meet the vendors, listen to the speakers, meet your soulmate, soul family. Maybe you'll even fall in love. It happens every year. But what about those spaceships, those physical spacecraft that come flying over? It is simply, without question, the best experience ever. And you are invited. GalacticSpiritualInformers.com. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you,
Thank
Danny.
you.